5 things men say when they're not that interested. In this video, we're going to be going deeper into what are those things that a man will say when he's either not ready for a relationship, he's not that interested, or he's just not that into you. So that way you can have the awareness and know exactly what you're getting into, understand what's going on in his brain. And so that way, if you are continuing the relationship, you at least know what that's going to be like moving forward. So go ahead and comment below with I'm ready if you're ready to know exactly what's going on inside of a man's mind. So hi, I'm Brody Boyd, and I'm a Magnetize Your Man expert. I've been helping single men for over 13 years to attract the right woman for them. So I have a unique perspective into what makes the male brain tick, which we're going to be going deeper into in this video. So if you like anything in this video, my background, my shirt, the content, etc., please give this video a thumbs up, a like. I really appreciate it. And also make sure to subscribe and hit the bell below for more videos on how to attract your man for a loving, long-term commitment that will be coming soon as well. And also go ahead and share this video with at least one girlfriend, possibly 2, possibly 5, who you think could really benefit from this info to share the wealth, create more loving relationships in the world, and also make sure to listen for a special bonus secret in this video on what it means if a man says he's not ready for a relationship yet. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in to the video with powerful thing number 5 that a man will say, which is nothing. Now this one may seem pretty obvious, but I feel there's a lot of women that get stuck in situations thinking that the guy is still interested, that he may just have other things going on. And it's true, he might be busy at work, he might be having health issues happening or family issues, and so that's why he's not reaching out. But I would say 95% of the time, it's simply because he's not that into you. Now, if you haven't heard from him for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it's probably because he isn't prioritizing you or the relationship, and he's not willing, he doesn't have the desire enough to actually reach out and initiate, to activate something in the relationship. So it can be very painful to keep holding on to that hope that he's going to be somehow reaching out, connecting, if he's just not that interested. So oftentimes the key with this is to be meeting other men and to be enjoying your life. One thing I love to say is, when in doubt, meet more men, because I feel there's a sixth sense that men have when you're meeting other guys, when you're living your best life, that he doesn't want to lose you, and he may start reaching out at that point. If he doesn't, you're moving on. But you don't want to be caught in a situation where you're reaching out, you're having to initiate and activate things, because that puts you in the masculine. And one thing I always say is, how a relationship starts is generally how it will continue. And if you find yourself having to continually initiate, expect that that's always how the relationship's going to be. And if you want to have a healthy masculine feminine balance in the relationship where you can relax and also enjoy him investing in the relationship, committing to you, then you don't want to get caught in that situation as well. So that's the powerful first thing that he will say or do, which is nothing, as a sign he's not that interested. So now, and powerful thing number 4 that he will say is, you deserve better. You deserve better. Or, guys will say other things like, oh, you're such a great woman. You're going to find an amazing guy. There's an amazing man out there for you. But, I just can't give you what you want. Or you should be with a guy who's really ready. Something like that. And so basically what he's saying here is, I'm actually not that interested. I'm actually not willing to commit. I'm not willing to become what you deserve. What you probably feel you deserve, and what I feel you deserve, I'm not willing to do that because I'm not that interested. I'm not that committed. So I'm trying to send you a signal here to go ahead and move on. Go ahead and cut your losses here. It could also be a manipulative tactic, I feel, from avoidant men who actually want to keep you around as a side benefit, as a friends with benefits situation, but not as a serious relationship. So he'll give you some kind of hope, or create some drama around the situation, kind of like a movie, like The Notebook or something, where he's like, I'm just not ready yet, and you gotta keep looking for your guy. I'm sure he's out there. So don't fall for the trap, and be willing to move on and take him serious when he says that he's actually not able to give you what you need, and you might as well save yourself the heartache right now. Put him into the friend zone and move on yourself to the guy who will treat you like a queen. Which is out there, and you have to raise your own self-worth and believe that that's possible in order to cut that loss and set that boundary to move forward. So very powerful. So, and if you haven't yet, I highly recommend joining our free Magnetize Your Man Dating and Relationship Support Facebook group, which you can get by going to mymfbgroup.com or click the link in the description, or just go to Facebook and type in Magnetize Your Man. Should be able to find our group there. Over 5,500 women. We're sharing great resources, tips, and support in that group, coaching even. So I highly recommend joining there if you haven't already. Powerful thing number 3 that he will say is, I'm super busy. I'm super busy. I just got so much going on. I got called into work. My family, my mom is sick. My hamster needs his hair to be curled this week because he's really frustrated when it's not curled. Whatever he's thinking of as his excuse, it's probably the words that are actually should be coming out as, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. But you can't get caught thinking that he's actually creating real scenarios, because the other thing that can happen is those actually might be real scenarios in his life. He might actually be super busy at work. He might actually have a lot going on in his family. The key is we all have the same 24 hours in a day. Billionaires have the same 24 hours in a day as each and every one of us. The key is what they focus on. The key is what they prioritize. He's not prioritizing you. So it doesn't matter what else is going on in his life. Those things are up here, you're down here. So why would you waste your time with a situation like that? He's got to step up. And if you keep accepting those excuses and keep just being breadcrumbed like that and continuing to hold out and not do other things that you could be doing because you're waiting for him, or meeting other guys because you're waiting for him, that's a tricky situation to get caught into. So don't be fooled by the busyness. It's really a question of priorities. We always have prioritized the things that are important to us in our lives. Thing number 2 that a man will say when he's not that interested is a rain check. So similar to the last one, he's super busy, but he will constantly be saying, I can't do it again this week, and how about next week? Or let's do it next. But then it's always just, now he's delaying it again. Now he's delaying it again. Now he's delaying it again. So you want to watch out for this one as well, because it can seem like he is interested, because he may even say like, oh, I can't do it this Friday, but let's do it next Sunday. I'm going to take you on an amazing thing. But then something else comes up. So you just have to really watch the trajectory. What are the overall pictures of his actions? Don't listen to the words, listen to the actions. You can always trust 100% more somebody's actions than their words. So look for the overall trajectory and how is he actually prioritizing you with his actions, not vague or empty promises. Very key. Now, if you want to get more insights into this for your specific situation to attract your man and have a loving, long-term, committed relationship fast, I highly recommend taking our free Magnetize Your Man quiz, which you can get, again, by clicking the link below this video, or go to mymquiz.com to get customized and personalized resources and gifts for you that we recommend, that we created to help with your specific situation. So mymquiz.com, or click the link below if you haven't got that yet there. Now, powerful thing number 1, which is, I'm just not sure if I'm ready for a relationship yet. I'm not quite there. I'm in a hard place in my life. I just broke up with my ex. I'm just kind of exploring right now, looking for fun activities. I'm just, having fun. I'm not quite there yet. So you want to watch for this one as well. Because I feel a lot of women get caught into this one, which is just because he says he's not in a relationship, oh, he might be soon. He might be ready in a couple weeks or months, and I'll be the first choice. I'll be the one ready for him when he's finally ready. But generally, what he is saying when he says this is really, I'm not that interested in you. I'm not that into it. I'm not feeling it. That's really what he's saying. And it's a polite way. It's an easy way to gently let you down and make it feel like it's just, I'm just not quite there. The other thing is, if he does mention his ex as a side note in this, he could still have a strong connection with his ex, and that could be a real possibility. And again, he's prioritizing his connection with his ex above you, which is also something to watch out for, because he could actually be really interested in his ex, and you don't want to get involved in that situation, because who knows what's going to happen with that. And then also, you could still be waiting for months, maybe even years, if he's still heartbroken, if he was divorced, or widowed. He may not actually be ready, and he's telling you the truth. And so you want to make sure you're not holding out for something that may or may not happen at all. And again, or he could just really not be that interested in you. So you have to be aware of that as well. Now, before I share my final bonus secret for you that I have, go ahead and comment below. I'd love to hear from you, which of these things has a man said to you before? Maybe a man you're dating right now, maybe your ex, maybe a man you dated in the past. Have they said these kind of things to you, and what was your response? And how many of those did you accept? I'd love to hear your experience in that below. So now let's get into our final bonus for today, a bonus I created for you on this, which is, it's not you, it's me. So similar to the last one, but this is also a situation where a guy will take it on that you're great. Again, any man would be lucky to be with you. You are just awesome, but it's not you, it's me. I'm not ready yet, or I have so much going on in my life right now, or I'm broken, I'm emotionally broken. And so you have to be very careful this one, because I feel a lot of women also get caught into this feeling like they can fix the guy, right? Are you guilty of this one? Have you done this one before? I can fix him. I'll be the one to get him to turn around. I have a lot of tools. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos. I've read a lot of books. I'm sure I could help him heal his mommy issues, his daddy issues, his childhood issues, whatever those things are that are getting in his way, which could actually be getting in his way. But it's a very dangerous track to get caught into, because 95% of the time, people don't change unless they choose to, unless they do it themselves. They're not going to change because you want them to. They're not going to be changed because you force them to, or try to give them all these tools or insights, or just listening to them for hours and having long phone conversations, or being there for him, after he gets into a bad situation, gets into a fight, gets into some legal trouble, whatever it might be. You can't constantly be the one he's coming back to, because it may seem comforting in the moment, but again, if you're seeing his actions, he's not actually committing to you and he's not actually changing, you are in for a rough ride. So best to exit now, exit stage left, and also look at yourself. What is the stuff inside of you that you need to heal? Why did you attract a man like this who needs to be fixed? What hasn't been fixed inside of you? Where are your daddy issues, your mommy issues, your childhood issues, your wounds, your first relationships? Where has that stuff not been healed? And how can you get coaching support or other kind of support from your church, other areas where you can get healing to actually attract a man who's ready and who wants to commit and who isn't broken and who's ready to love you and support you and be there for you and be there long term and get married, have kids, whatever that is that you are desiring in your heart. So be ready to cut things off, and don't accept that excuse, because it can also be very manipulative, I feel. And because guys know, I feel that women often have this savior thing going on with broken guys because they're broken. And so it's kind of like the bad boy syndrome, right? You want to fix the bad boy and the Beauty and the Beast scenario, where if I'm just there for him long enough, he'll finally come to see the light and be my Prince Charming. And that's, again, the reason why a lot of women end up in hard situations. Because why would you need to create your Prince Charming when you can just attract your Prince Charming? You put that energy out there, and by you doing that, by you saying no, oftentimes this guy that you're thinking of, he'll step up and he'll say, wait, actually, I don't want to lose you. I want to be that man for you. He'll either step up. When you step up, he'll either have to step up or he'll be gone and another man will step up. So you have to realize that as well. That's what happens when you raise your standards and set your boundaries. The wrong guy will either have to change or be gone. And the right guy will come into the picture. You attract it into your life. So it may not be him, but it will be exactly what you want. You have to trust. You have to have faith in that. It can be scary, I know, because you may feel a strong attachment to him. You may feel a little desperation, that you're not going to find the right guy. You have to have that faith and to trust and continue to embark on that journey of becoming that honey to the bees, the sun to the planet, so that you can have exactly what you want with your ideal man. So, hope this video was helpful. If you haven't seen my next video, I highly recommend getting it. I'm going to put it over here, which is, when a man is deeply in love with you, he will say these 5 things. So we just talked about what a man will say, 5 things he'll say if he's not interested in you. Now we'll talk about 5 things he will say if he is interested in you. in fact, deeply in love with you. Those are key to look for as well. So go ahead and again, get that video over here when it pops up, and you'll enjoy that there as well. So much love, take care, and I'll talk to you again very soon on our next powerful training video. Bye-bye.